Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Trace Talks by Trace Community Hub. Today, my guest for the Trace Talk is Mr. Heminda Jayaweera, who is the Vice Chairperson of Trace. Hello Mr. Heminda Jayaweera, welcome to Trace Talks.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Okay, let me come to my first question. Some people do think that Trace is an office space or a university or innovation hub, sometimes even a community center. So, as the Vice Chairperson of Trace, what is your thought of Trace concept, or what is exactly Trace is?
I think before coming to Trace, I think what you have to understand is globally, if you look at the innovation, the innovation happens in clusters. So we call it innovation clusters. Now, if you go to USA, we have seen about 10 to 12 innovation clusters. San Francisco is one place. Houston is one place, and we see that amazing innovations happens because it's a cluster. There's a lot of people. For example, if you go to Houston, you will see doctors, engineers, scientists working all together in one location on medical innovations. And similarly, in other places also, if you go to Dublin, you can see a cluster. If you go to Tel Aviv, you can see a cluster. But unfortunately, and even in India, we have seen about 6 or 7 clusters. Unfortunately, Sri Lanka doesn't have any innovation cluster as of now. But then, obviously, Sri Lanka is a smaller country if you really look at it, but still that infrastructure and the way people work has not been able to allow, an innovation cluster yet. But then we have seen quite a few small mini innovation clusters in few places. So the whole idea of Trace is to create that innovation cluster, probably maybe starting from Colombo, and to initiate that, ignite that. So what we want is in a place, obviously Manoj said that, we are talking about a place. Yes, we are a place, but then it's not fixed to Colombo. The whole idea is to ignite innovations, is technology, as the Trace say, it's technologically reawaken. A culture of excellence. So that's what we are trying to do. But the whole idea is to bring different diverse people into one place, work like, it's not about just for engineers, it's about maybe for doctors, scientists, artists, various type of people, economists. All these people can come and discuss ideas, come up with solutions, come up with possible solutions, and initiate those solutions from one place. So that's the whole idea of Trace in a very high level.
Okay, like basically it's promoting science, technology, innovation, and especially the creativity.
Creativity, yes.
Yes, definitely. Yes, Trace is something more than you thought of. So, Mr. Heminda, SLTC Research University is a pioneer part of this Trace community as well. So, you are the Director of Planning at SLTC Research University. So, tell us how SLTC supports this concept or the vision of Trace when it comes to promoting science, technology, and innovation?
Yeah, Manoj, good question. I think I'll go back to the same explanation on this innovation cluster. For you to create an innovation cluster, you need to have 3 components. One, you have to have the government factor. Number 2, you have to have the industry factor. And number 3, you have to have the university factor. This is what we call the golden triangle of any innovation cluster. So if you go to San Francisco, you see the university part came from basically Stanford University and also some other universities also. If you go to Houston, you have a lot of other universities, Baylor College too, all these universities are there. And similarly, Dublin, you have universities. In Tel Aviv, we have the Tel Aviv University. So university is a very key component of a innovation cluster. So Trace, we have seen the industry factor, which is about probably the top techno companies are in Trace. Then the government factor comes through UDA and various other government. There's railway department to all that support that infrastructure. Then the university factor is actually brought in by SLTC Research University.
Okay, so that is the mission of Trace. We need to create an innovative cluster in Sri Lanka. So thank you very much, Mr. Heminda, for joining with the Trace Talks by Trace Community Hub. So that's it from Trace Talks today. So if you want to join Trace Community, what you have to do is you just have to click the link in the description and join with our community. So till we meet again, make sure that we'll connect, collaborate, and innovate. See you next time.